Hi there! So here I am in my mom's balcony again, but we do have nicer weather today. It's sunny outside, finally, I love it. It's better lighting for my videos. So, makeup. Today I woke up again with no ideas of what I wanted to film, but I did mention in my previous video that while traveling I only have 2 palettes with me, so there are not a lot of options. So I opened up one of my palettes, which is the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place, and I really love the contrast between the darkest shade of the palette and the lightest shade of the palette, and I thought that I will put them both in one look. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to apply this on my lid, so it's going to be a very light color on my lid, and do a liner with this darkest shade. So it's like that contrast between the shades. Hope it's going to turn out like I imagined it in my head, but let's get into it. First I'm going to prime my lids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is the amount that I use. I just pick up half of it on my finger and gonna tap it on one lid. You definitely don't need much of this product. I'm going to apply a transition first, which I don't have in my Saharan 2 palette. I'm going to pick up this shade from the Dior 5 colors in the style Soft Cashmere. I like the fact that this one is a little bit more cool toned, so it's gonna contribute to that contrast that I want to create. So I'm applying this in my outer corner and crease area. This one is a little bit metallic, so it's not completely matte. I usually avoid these metallic shades in my crease. I don't really have better options today, and I don't mind how it looks. It's not really that reflective. I'm blending it outwards as usual. I do like an extended eyeshadow shape. So now I'm going to pick up the light shimmer shade from the Saharan 2 palette. I'm going to apply it with a flat brush, starting from the inner portion of my lid and then blending it outwards towards the center and outer corner. Okay, this one has a slight gold/green tint. Doesn't really suit the previous shade that we use. We're contrasting today, so I guess it works. I'm gently fading it into the outer corner by applying less pressure on the brush. And at this point I don't really have a lot of pigment on the brush either, so I can blend it. I'm gonna do a pencil base for my liner first. I usually do this, I think you're used to it by now. I'm going to use a brown pencil. This one is from Sephora Collection. It's the 12-hour contour in the shade Tiramisu. If you don't have a pencil, or if you're not used to working with pencils, you can skip this step and just move on to the next step, which is going to be eyeshadow. I do like how it kind of intensifies the look a little bit, but this time I'm going to apply it all over my lid, at the base of my lashes. I'm trying to keep it really thin in the inner portion and the center of my lid, and then making it thicker on my outer corner. I'm not trying to be really precise with it because we're going to blend it out anyway. So I'm doing a tiny wing here, but I'm going to extend it with blending. So I'm gonna pick up quickly a pencil brush. You have to move pretty quick because once the pencil dries down you won't be able to blend it anymore. It's not that it's a huge tragedy, but I prefer to have it softened a little bit. So I go across my lash line and soften the pencil. And again, at this point it doesn't have to look perfect. We're going to cover it with eyeshadow anyway. So this is how it looks at the moment, kind of smudged. Then with the same pencil brush I'm going to pick up this red color in the palette that looks so much lighter in this lighting, but it's fine. I'm just gonna stamp it above the pencil. It's kind of a wine color, burgundy, the shade spectrum that I'm just so bad at naming, because there's burgundy, there's wine, there were more variations that I cannot remember the name of. Plum, that's a little bit more purple, I think. They are all so similar to each other, and it makes me confused. I'm just using the tip of the brush to cover this inner part and the center of the lid area, because I don't want a lot of thickness in my liner here. I want the thickness to be on my outer corner because that is going to lift my outer corner. So if you don't have a pencil brush with pointy tip like mine has, I would rather use a flat brush for this part, the center and the inner portion. But that depends on your eye shape and the look that you're going for. Of course, if you want thickness in the liner on this area, that's up to you. I just usually don't really go for that look because it accentuates the roundness in my eyes. Can you hear the pigeon? There's a pigeon here. Hi! When I'm here at my mother's, I'm afraid of opening the windows too wide because pigeons might get in the house. I think it happened once. Okay, yeah, that was kind of my vision, but I imagined this shade a little bit lighter. I still like it like this anyway. I think I'm gonna skip foundation for now and just apply concealer. So I'm going straight into my Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser. It's in the shade Neutralizer, which is a very yellowy shade, so it works for me because I have a really warm tone, skin tone. Just concealing my under eyes, my pimples, and a little bit on my nose because my nose is kind of darker than the rest of my face, so I want to neutralize it. And I'm just gonna use my finger and do patting motions. I'm not going to reach for my sponge. If you have long nails, you would probably need a tool like a sponge or a brush. When I did have long nails, I had troubles reaching this inner corner area, which I really need to conceal. Not like really, but like that's the area that I want to conceal usually. I made it sound very dramatic. I'm gonna need to set the concealer so it doesn't crease. I'm going to pick my Mysterious powder, which is a mixture of two powders. It has a story, I mentioned it in my previous video. And I'm gonna stamp it underneath my eyes and also bringing it down, so I'm sitting in a triangle shape here. Next I will apply bronzer, blush, highlighter, which I only have one product of each. I have the Sun Lover bronzer from Catrice, which I love. I'm especially waiting for summer to use this product. But not really, like I love spring as well. I want to enjoy spring too. It's been snowing in April, and then in May I swear it's going to be like 30 degrees, so it's already going to be summer. So we don't get much spring. This bronzer has such a lovely sheen to it. In the sunlight it's quite visible. Blush, my Essence, the blush in the shade 10. You're going to see the same face product until the beginning of May, when I'm going to go back home. I'll be away from home until then, so I only packed so much. So like I didn't pack all my makeup. I'm placing the blush above the bronzer, keeping it on the sides of my face as usual. I feel like there's the same people that are watching my videos, so that's why I kind of feel bad of repeating the same process, because you guys, the ones that are constantly watching my videos, you see it every time. Are you bored of me yet? And of course my e.l.f. baked highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. When is she gonna get another highlighter? I don't know. We'll see about that. For now, I love this one. I'm going to pick up a smaller brush and I will use the highlighter in my inner corner as well. I'm not sure if I want to darken my lower lash line a lot. Decisions. Okay, I will. What should I? I don't know. Okay, let's do it. So I'm applying the pencil on my waterline. And then I'm picking up my pencil brush with the dark red burgundy color. And I'm starting from the outer corner and fading it inwards. I'm keeping it really close to my lash line. This looks interesting. I don't know what version I like better, with it or without it. But it's too late to go back now, so let's assume that I like this one better. And I'm gonna pick up this lighter warm tone brown, just on the tiniest bit of it, so just in order to fade this shade. So just slightly going below it. Okay, let's finish off the eyes with mascara, but first I'm going to curl my lashes to lift them a little bit. And I'm going to use the Revolution Lash Palm Mascara, which again is the only one that I'm going to use until the end of the beginning of May actually. Got it on my lid. I'm going to wait for it to dry and then it's going to be easier to remove with a spoolie. This is a very big brush and you have to be careful not to make a mess with it. The mascara is great though. I'm going to use it on the lower lashes as well. For my lips I'm going to go for nude. If you want to be really bold you can apply a burgundy that's similar to the eyeliner color. Again, I don't have many lipstick options with me, so I do have a classic red, but that's not really gonna work. So I'm reaching for my NYX lip pencil in Nude Truffle. And I'm gonna finish off with the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. And before I wrap this up, I'm going to clean this mess that I made on my lids. And I'm going to take a spoolie and gently just gonna brush it away. Once it's dried, it removes really easily. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you like how the look came out. I love doing a full glam look with no foundation. I love the contrast of a natural looking skin with a full glam eye look. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. And I think I'm going to go grab some coffee. I have a coffee shop in like in front of my block. I'm going to take advantage of being in Bucharest and do things that I cannot really do in my small town. Well, I can get coffee in my small town. I'm just being lazy because I have to walk like 15 minutes. We have the same coffee shop in my town. My town is great. Why do I keep speaking bad about it? Anyways, I wish you a great day and that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye!